Kobe meant a lot to me growing up. I had both jerseys, 8 and 24 growing up. I feel like I studied his footwork game because I respected it. I think it's top 2 of all time. But, I mean, that's tough, man. I was on the way to the arena when I got the news. I just sent my prayers to his family. You just hate to see what happened to him and his daughter. You just hope the world would give the Bryant family all the support they need.
Was it difficult coming out here to play today because of the news?
At first, it was a little difficult. Couldn't focus at first. One of the greatest taken away from us too soon. But his impact will forever be a part of this game. He's a legend. Legends never die, so he will forever be remembered.
He's obviously one of the hardest workers the game's ever seen, one of the greatest players the game's ever seen, and he's also a great father. I really don't know what to say, man. It was hard for me to play today. I'm just glad we got to win.
Do you have a favorite moment or maybe an interaction you had with Kobe that kind of stands out with you?
I didn't meet him until my rookie year, but just growing up, he's on the TV all the time. Everybody wants to be Kobe, shooting shots in the trash can, when you're a little kid in school yelling Kobe. So, his influence on everybody is, tremendous.
Just knowing him personally, I know he'd have wanted me to come out here and try to ball and, still just be great. So, that's what I tried to do tonight.
Can you describe the mood amongst your teammates?
Everybody's sad, you know what I mean? Words can explain his impact he had on this floor. The emotional impact he had on everybody, you know what I mean? We're a team from LA, so we know LA's history with him. And, it's just sad.
It seemed like both teams tonight, both the Clippers and the Magic, came out a little out of sorts, probably because of the news today. What was the key in getting you guys to recover and to win this game and end the road trip on a positive?
Before the game, we ran out the clock 24 seconds, for Kobe, and then they got a half-court violation, 8 seconds to do a tribute towards him. So, just things like that would just, keep the game out of whack. And, like I said, you end up getting your adrenaline running, and you just got to play basketball. It's our job. But, it's sad. He's going to be missed.
We got it, I think, as I was walking into the arena. So, again, just for me being from LA and growing up watching him and being a Laker fan growing up and just what he did for the culture of basketball for so many years, and not only that, but for the world, it's a sad day. I guess in my heart, Kobe would want us to beat the Celtics, so that was a good win. But just so much prayer to him and his family. Just to find peace in this situation, I couldn't imagine. My first game back home, my rookie year, I got 6 stitches. Bit on the pump fake, and he opened me. That was like my first Kobe experience. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to experience that, how tough he was. There's also another one here where I think he tore his rotator cuff and shot that fadeaway left-handed. I think I told Frank on the bench that I was sitting looking directly at it, and he just turned around with his left hand. It was amazing, man. So he'll be missed.
I was shocked, especially when one of our legends passed away like that. It's always makes everybody wake up in the world and be more appreciative of things that we have around. He was a role model for me growing up. I think he was for a lot of people. Shooting the paper in the trash can, we always say Kobe. The fadeaways on the basketball floor, you yell Kobe. So he was a big inspiration for a lot of people growing up.
Where were you when you found out? Were you on the way here? Were you already here?
Yeah, I was walking out my house, and my brother told me. You hear stories all around. We didn't want to believe it was true. But, when we got here, we pretty much knew.
Say a few things. Obviously today is a really tough day for a lot of people, and basketball is not really that important. On behalf of the league and the Suns and our players, our thoughts and prayers are with Kobe's family, and that's the deal right now. Everything else really doesn't matter, and I'm not going to, take any questions. Basketball is not that important right now. I hope you guys respect that and are okay with that. But we just want to be careful with our words. I certainly want to be careful with the things I say. I just, as a statement, just deeply saddened by what's happened. And that's all I got.
First of all, on a very emotional day for you, Trae, give us some of your thoughts coming out here on the court.
Congratulations on the win. Man, today was a tough day to play basketball. I mean, my condolences go out to Vanessa and the Bryant family. It's a tough day to play. I just want to go out and play for him.
For this game ourselves, back on January 10th, we had a tough day up in Washington, D.C., a game you guys thought you should have won. So how much was that on your mind as we go and have a 47-point second quarter? That's the biggest quarter the Hawks have had in 23 years, man.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's all those numbers and stuff is cool. What we did up there wasn't. I mean, we felt like we should have got a win, but man, we didn't play. We didn't have a lot on our mind besides Kobe. And Gigi and everybody in the accident, we just wanted to go out and play hard, have that Mamba mentality, and go out and play hard. That's all that was on our mind.
And obviously, being close to the family, and this is such a tough situation for the entire sports world. It's a global story, but I know for you personally, because you guys had such a great personal relationship.
Yeah, we were starting to build a really good relationship. I mean, I talked to him a couple of times. I mean, he's only been to 3 games this year, and 2 of them were ours. His daughter was a big fan of mine, man. This is a crazy day to play basketball. Man, I don't have a lot to say.
You know, I've known Kobe since he was 15 years old, and I was 16, playing AAU basketball. And we go through 18 years of competing and talking junk and about to fight each other and congratulating each other and hating each other, enjoying each other in 18 years. And it's tough to pick one. And I don't want to disappoint you when I come up with one. But I mean, one of the ones is, I think, playing against him for the last time. I want to say in Memphis, our last battle. Just remember talking with him during and after, because we didn't have a lot of conversation during the game often, and if it wasn't friendly, even though we played against each other, and that's what I enjoyed, and that's just what it was. But I think just talking to him and just I remember asking him, was he ready to retire? He's like, he's ready, and I was like, how are you going to handle it? After 20 years of doing something, how do you handle it? He's like, I'll be okay. He's ready, and he said he's gonna figure out. Move forward to when we had a conversation in New Jersey after the game. Kind of revert back to that conversation, and I was like, how is it? He's like, he was the happiest he's been, and getting the opportunity to see his girls grow up, helping his daughter figure out the game and understanding how he understood it. And you can see that in her game at a young age. And the next thing we talked about was, he asked me if I was ready. And it was if I was ready to handle it. I was just, I'm back and forth with it all the time. And he's like, you'll enjoy it. It's peaceful. And he said that's when he said he was at his happiest. And he said, we'll connect soon and we'll talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? All the people from, where I'm from. And, for him to tell me that, in his book, I'm an all-star and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like that, I talked about the popularity contest before, and you don't win things like that, when you're me. So for him to say that, I didn't need to be selected, anymore. because I was an all-star. You feel me? Like, it's not just like my family. You know, it was the guy.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that it was real. To be honest, I definitely had to look it up for myself. I was heartbroken for his family. I mean, being a father, my stomach was hurting. It still is hurting. So I just, there's nothing that you can say to make it better, but certainly, praying for him and his family, and I mean, it's just so tragic. So it's not. It was tough today. It was definitely tough. I've had a relationship with him, and he's been nice enough to, take his time. It took his time out, and then showed me things, would text me, the message that he sent me, and so I mean, it was tough.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough. Kobe's a guy who's impacted, so many lives and so many basketball players, around the world. And, to hear the news, about him and his daughter today it's tough, for everyone. It's just sad, yeah.
I think it's extremely hard. You just realize that what we do is just not very important, really, when you think of the grand scheme of thing in life. And, we had a guy that lost his life along with his daughter that meant the world to everybody, really. Everybody here, he's affected in some way. And, it's just really tough. You would normally be very excited about a win like this. You beat a really good basketball team and a team that beat you by 35 a week and a half ago, and it's just not there, really, guys. To be honest with you, it's just not there. I don't know how you're supposed to handle it. I mean, obviously we're happy we won the game, but the first thing that I thought about when I walked through the doors was him and his wife. Him and his daughter, and then you think about Vanessa and what she must be going through, and it's just a real hard day for everybody, I think. And I've seen guys, and I've seen social media things, and it's affected everybody, not just in this country, but around the world.
Man, today was tough, especially me personally. But I mean, we just had to find some way to get some type of energy. It just took the air out of everybody in the locker room. Everybody's energy just got down. We were just trying to keep each other up. We keep talking to each other to prepare to come out here and try to get a win. We came out with some energy. We got some early dunks in the beginning, some big-time threes. Got some late in the game when we needed it the most, and came out with a win.
It's tough. Kobe was an icon. He was someone that, growing up as a kid, you always mirrored, and you always wanted to be like. I got to compete against him a couple times, and actually get to talk to him, and just be around. And the aura he gave off was just greatness. It was tough to hear. It was tough to go out there and play. Just praying for his family, praying for the other family that was on there. And, it's tough. Everything. Going out in Lower Marion and watching them games it was nothing like it. Kobe was a different breed. It's only Mike and Kobe.
What's in your heart right now?
It's just sick. It was just a heartbroken feeling. I had a lot of calls, just people checking in. It was tough, man. Before the game, I shed a tear for him. Probably when I go home, when I'm by myself, just thinking about him and his family. Just it's the impact he had on the game, the impact he had on my life from a distance. It meant so much to me.
When you think about him and the two things he combined the best was his competitiveness and his ability to be a great teammate, how rare is that, and can people learn from that even though he's gone now?
Yeah, it's difficult to even say that, Kobe,
somebody said to me earlier, Superman's not supposed to die, and to us, he was Superman.
Just how accessible he was. My first All-Star game in 2014, I think it was, I sat next to him pretty much the whole game. I didn't play a lot, and he was hurt, but he was on the team. And on the bench, he just was, just dropping so much knowledge on me and just kind of comforting me. Like, when you get out there, just shoot. Be confident. You belong here. You could have been here last year. Just his words meant so much to me in that time. And after that game, he was just like, keep in touch. And I was kind of nervous to even reach out to him or anything like that, but I did. And just how he always got back to me. He always had encouraging things to say and honest things to say. And we just kind of developed a friendship from there. So it's just sad, because I didn't take, the friendship and my access to him for granted, but I just wish I would have taken more advantage of it and said more. Just because you don't expect things like this to happen. You don't expect it to happen so fast. And, it seemed like he was, starting to do really, really well post-career. So for it to just come to an end like that is, it's really sad and really unfortunate, man. I don't even know how we supposed to play this game tonight. It's just one of those things that make you sick to your stomach. It's disturbing, and it's bigger than just, our heroes and people we looked up to dying. It's deeper than that. So it's painful, and it still seems like it's not real. So I don't even think everybody's, true emotions have kicked in yet, because it doesn't seem real.
Everything, the conversations we had during games, I got to sit down and talk with him at the ESPYs a few years ago. So I was there as well, and just his hunger for basketball, his knowledge for the game was unbelievable. So I would always pick his brain about work ethic and stuff. And one of the things that I'm most proud of is he gave a quote for Slam magazine when I was on the cover, and I didn't know he was going to do it. So I thought that was cool. But it's just a really sad time for the basketball community and the world outside of that, to have to mourn his loss. A tragic loss that just kind of catches people off guard. I think is devastating, and something that I don't think we'll ever come back from.
Was it in a way nice to just play basketball, just have some normalcy?
Man, it sucks, man, because there's no time to mourn. And I mean, me personally, I'll be all right, but like his people that played with him, like his real close friends, like Trevor played with him, Melo, like they're really good friends. Kyrie, that was like his main mentor. It's tough because we got games every other day. They'll never really truly be able to mourn and just kind of like step away. So it's sad to understand and know that, but we just gotta try to support each other the best we can.